Well, hey there, and thanks for joining me. I'll tell you, a week ago, I got my first shot for the coronavirus vaccination. I'm going to spend some time talking about how my experience with that matched those experiences from those clinical trials. All that and more right after this. Hey, and welcome back. So in the clinical trials, in that video that I was talking about what to expect when you got your shot, the first marker was that your symptoms were going to peak at about day 2. What you can expect, and looking all of the data from both of the manufacturers of these mRNA vaccines, you can pretty much be guaranteed that you're going to have a sore arm. That's not such a big deal, and actually that's a good thing where this technology is concerned. So for me, I got my shot in the afternoon. By evening, I was actually feeling some pain in the injection site, but it wasn't anything terrible. And if you remember from my first video, I was talking about how your immune system has to learn, and unfortunately that learning takes place by kind of a temper tantrum. So we expected the sore arm, and I'll tell you, by evening, about 18 hours later, I definitely had a sore arm, and I really wasn't even able to lay on that to sleep. But as the next several days went on, I felt fine, and a week later, I can't even tell that anything's happened with that. So that's actually better than the participants in those clinical trials. I actually thought it felt better than several of the other immunizations I've had over the last several years. So the next question is, well, you got the vaccination. Does that mean you don't have to put a mask on and you can go out and get back onto your regular life? Well, now that part gets a little more tricky. So one of the things that we don't know about this is, what does that do for me? What does that do for my ability to shed virus? Well, I went through and I looked at all of the information that's available out there, and you know what? It turns out that we've never really dug into that problem on many of the vaccinations before. So I would say that it's still important to take those public health precautions. Hands, face, space, and continue that until more people have gotten vaccinated. Now, there's another question, and this one came up with my coworkers. Does that mean that we can get into a vaccine bubble and potentially have a little bit more safety? Well, now that's an interesting question, and I'm actually going to tease my next video where I talk about how herd immunity and population immunity works, and that answer will come in that next video. So that last question that you all have on your mind is, well, we've heard in the news that there's this new mutant. Does that mean all of this work has been for naught? Ooh, now that is an even better question, and also the subject of one of my next videos. Sorry for the teasers, not really. I like to have you keep coming around. A little bit at a time is going to help you be more comfortable as we move forward with this. Again, I'm Scott, I'm a pharmacist, and this has been my 4th episode of Coffee with a Pharmacist. Thanks, I'll see you soon.